Hi, welcome to part 2 of Super Metroid Reverse Reviews, where we take some of the best games and smash it to little pieces. And last time I left off, because of the time constraints, I left off with not being able to go through that freaking annoying bridge that always collapses. So let's try and tackle that bridge again. As a new player, you're not sure. You don't really know all the correct buttons and all the abilities that Samus can do. And you're pretty much clueless until you find out that there's a dash function by holding a specific button, and I'm sorry, but even I can't remember it right now. I think you have to hold B or X in order to perform the dash, and also along with the D-pad. Now, this is just as bad as the grappling hook in Batman Forever, because the game offers no hints or clues as to how to properly use it, unless you probably have the original instruction manual. I mean, let alone, they do not even acknowledge its existence. So, I mean, stuff that are made just to actually just make your blood pressure levitate. Oh god. I mean, that's not even the end of these hidden cryptic abilities. Look at this part right here. You can shoot through the ceiling and then you see an opening, but you can't jump high enough to get on the platform. Well, here's the thing. You can perform wall jumps, which lets you bounce off the walls. These are basically extra jumps, which gives you higher elevation, provided that it's properly executed. The problem here is, this is really difficult and frustrating. This function is so hard to pull off, okay? I mean, you gotta press it, you gotta press up and directional, which is left or right, and jump at the same time, depending on which side you want to choose. And then you gotta precisely press it again once you hit the wall, this time facing the opposite direction. So if you're going left, and then you gotta press right. This is incredibly leg hairs pulling, balls chafing, vomit inducingly difficult. Now check this out. Ah, woohoo! I'm on top of the platform. I got it on my first try. I'm that amazing, folks. Yep. I'm a pro. That's right. Let's get going. You know what I'm saying? Let's just a couple of single bombs with ball morph, and we're set. Oh wait. Oh, son of a witch! Ah, darn it, man! Gosh darn dipshell tickle butt lip service. Unbelievable. Okay, so I fell through, but that's fine. No big deal. You can get back up again, can't we? Oh my. Oh god. Now Samus has decided to ignore the controls, and you're left hopping like a little guppy out of water. Jeez. Okay, this is the most frustrating... Unbelievable. Okay, well, this game... surprisingly, this game didn't sell a lot of copies in Japan. Because, well, several reasons. I mean, it was really poor timing. Around that time, you had the Sony PlayStation and the Sega Saturn, the next generation console after the 16-bit era coming out. And so fans were more focused towards those. And so, unfortunately, a lot of attention was taken away from Super Metroid. It was released first in Japan, actually. Very interesting because later on, eventually in North America, when the game was re-released for, oh god, the Virtual Console, what a pile. It's bad enough that this game was released in '94. They're gonna re-release it again for the freaking Virtual Console. I mean, who is really dumb enough to spend money again on this turd waste? Seriously. It's funny because it sold more copies in North America because of Nintendo's marketing, and they were really persistent with this, promoting this game and sell it more copies, at least in North America, because it didn't really flop, but in Japan, but it just didn't sell enough copies that they were expecting, for such a great game and, such a highly acclaimed game. I mean, holy smokes. If you research this game, you would see that a lot of game reviewers and, magazines, and they really rate this game and rank this game as one of the best games of all time and one of the best action, like, platform shooting games, adventure type games ever. And I mean, it's one of the first games that ever had a map system in an open world environment, and so, you got Grand Theft Auto in those games now. Well, Super Metroid, strangely enough, a space shooter ended up having that kind of open world map system, which is very, very useful. I mean, what else can I say? In North America, I would definitely say it's more of a hit in North America. I mean, it's weird because they put the game, Nintendo put the game on their player's choice, which basically means it's one of those bestseller, greatest hits kind of deal where supposedly it sold over 1 million copies, but this kind of implies to me that even though the game had poor sales, like I looked this up and researched it, and it said despite the game's poor sales, Nintendo still put it in the player's choice, which kind of implies that it didn't sell 1 million copies. It sold under 1 million copies, but because of its critical feedback and because it was such a highly ranked game, Nintendo put it on the player's choice anyway, even though it didn't sell 1 million copies. Which, I mean, I think it deserves it for sure. I mean, oh my god, this game is off the hook. I mean, if you haven't played this game, you really must do it for yourself. You owe it to yourself. The ambience, the music is scary as heck. I remember as a kid playing in that pirate ship, level, and oh my goodness, I was afraid, man. I mean, I was scared to play the game by myself, alone in the room. I mean, the music was just so, like, this dark, creepy ambient, and you had these alien ghosts coming out of nowhere. Alright, let's explore the game a little bit more. Wow, look at these statues. See those golden statues at the background? Those are some of the bosses in the game. And you can't really do anything here right now. But from what I remember, it's supposed to lead to a special area where you fight like the boss or one of the final bosses. I think it was the Mother Brain. I mean, my goodness. It's kind of funny because if I was Samus, I would just... I mean, I would jack those freaking statues. They look pretty expensive, man. I'm pretty sure I could give it to some space pirates for a good amount of cash. A bounty hunter? Yeah, right. Samus likes to... Yeah, I mean, she kills so-called pirates, but come on. I'm pretty sure there's a reason why she's able to afford so much technology and, survive, I mean, she probably has a lot of cash and, all that money that she makes from killing all those other pirates. She probably steals all their treasures, man. Oh, gosh. Okay, now the first real boss that you encounter is actually really, really easy. I mean, people, you are looking at probably the easiest boss fight in history. For a boss to be that big and appear so intimidating, oh my god. It's a freaking plant, okay? How is a plant supposed to hurt you? I mean, those plant red-green things that come out of the tunnels in Super Mario World, those things are scarier, and they actually do more damage than this guy. All you have to do is stay in that left corner, and then curl into a ball whenever those little, I don't know, frickin'... They look like dandruff. It's shaking its head back and forth. It's just swaying itself in a really predictable pattern. And, I mean, this boss doesn't even want to kill you. It just wants some frickin' shampoo. Samus could give it to him, though. I mean, look at Samus's hair when she dies. Whips her hair back, all nice and shiny. I mean, just give it some herbal essence. Come on. Well, this has been RantNRavinFection. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Reverse Reviews. Peace.